being on today at our live webinar. What I'm going to do today is present a wonderful business opportunity and just let you know some information about how you can get ahead in life, and it's going to be great. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here so we can get started. Okay, all right, so this webinar is presented by myself, Jason Smith, and it's a little bit about how you can, as a normal person, own your life. And what we're going to be talking about today is a little bit about my story and how this business completely changed my life, and how a normal person like you and I can own our life and get ahead in our daily activities. And we're also going to talk about what you would do if you had more time and money. What would you do with that? The extra time that you had, and the extra money, and what you could do with that money. We're also going to talk about something that's very important called royalty income in the market. And you may not know exactly what royalty income is at this point, but we'll get into that and how important that is for you to be financially free. We're also going to be talking about the 3 business strategies that a normal business brings to the marketplace, and how we can earn royalty incomes on those, if we can or not. And we're also going to be talking about how you can leverage your time and income. So that's very, very important. That's one of the reasons why we're on this webinar today. And if you stay tuned till the end, I'm going to give you some important information about how to save anywhere from 25 to 50% in this great opportunity. So let's get right into it. So, everybody has different reasons why they're here, why they're on this broadcast. So why are you here? Ask yourself that question. So maybe you're a parent who, like myself, who wants to spend more time with their children, or maybe you're a grandparent who want to spend more time with your grandkids. And like a lot of people who are a little bit older these days, can't retire, so they don't have enough in their retirement account. Or maybe you're just fresh out of the military, one of the branches, and you want to, you don't know what to do. Maybe a lot of times, I know for myself as a former policeman, the normal military thing to do is get out and maybe go to the police department. Or maybe you're fresh out of college. I know that about 75–80% of college graduates don't have jobs today, and they can't find jobs. So this would be a great opportunity for you. So maybe you're one of those people. Or maybe you're a baby boomer who have some time on your hands, and you still want to be working. You have enough money, you're pretty financially stable, but how you can have a little bit more contribution and significance in your life, and you're not just sitting on the couch all day watching TV. So, or maybe you hate your job, and obviously that goes without saying. I know I was very disappointed with my job before I found this opportunity. So maybe you're one of those people, or maybe you just want to make more money. You're a really hard worker, like I know many of you are, and you just want to get paid for your hard work and your contribution. And so a little about myself. So my name is Jason Smith, and I became an entrepreneur about 2.5 years ago. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I was actually a former police officer for the Los Angeles Police Department for over 13 years. And before I found this opportunity, I was tired. I was constantly working. I was very worn out, unhappy, walking around like a zombie. And I'll tell you guys why. Because during the day, I was trying to sleep, and obviously, as you know, working 12-hour shifts all night long from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Your schedule is always changing. You have to appear in court, and you're constantly working overtime in the city of Los Angeles. When I was working in the worst neighborhoods of Los Angeles, the Watts area, East LA, Boyle Heights. And wasn't able to just sit around all night long. I was busy all night long. And then, during the day, I was in court or I was working overtime. So I was very tired, very worn out. And then one day we got notified that the overtime that we were working and that I built this lifestyle on was coming to an end. The city was in a budget crisis, and all the overtime in the city was now over. So they were giving us time for our overtime, but we weren't getting paid cash for it anymore. And I had built a lifestyle around that. And, you know, I was freaking out. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do to supplement that overtime income that had stopped. Out of desperation, I started a mobile detail business. As you can see, one of the pictures there, that was my office during the day. So once the overtime ended, I was driving around in a very prominent part of Southern California, detailing very expensive cars. So basically what I was doing is I was working a 12-hour shift all night, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'd get home, sleep for about an hour or two, get up and detail cars all day. And I really didn't have a choice. Bills were piling up, you know, and then I had no time freedom to spend with my family or do anything for myself. I mean, I was constantly working. So if you look at these pictures on the top there in uniform, and you know, it's kind of sad because I never really took pictures of me in uniform, and that'll kind of tell you that I was pretty disappointed with my career and the way things were going because I didn't enjoy being in uniform. So, and being there at the police department, it was a negative environment. And luckily I was able to get out of that. So I'm grateful for that. So moving on. So you guys, what is owning your life? What does that mean to you? And just a really cool thing that I found a while ago doing research on how much time people spend, and especially for myself. So, and I'll go ahead and read this. When you subtract out sleep, commuting, and working, along with other commitments, most people have less than 2 hours per day to do what they want. And you know, that was me. I mean, it really was. And it may be some of you guys on this broadcast right now, or watching this. And you know, I actually had less than 2 hours a day. The 2 hours that I had, I was sleeping, and then I'd get up and I was out the door doing stuff. So if you can relate to this, you know, most of us can, because we have a lot of obligations, and most of that is working and driving. So let's talk real quick about what you would do with more time. So would you, for instance, spend more time with your family? Would you, you know, spend more time doing stuff around your house, or giving time to charity? Because, you know, that's very important too. You can actually volunteer your time in form of service to give to a charity. You know, would you, you know, invest that in some vacation time? You know, would you go somewhere? Would you do something with your time? But in, you know, in most cases, most of us, and I was like this before, is if we wanted to invest more time in doing something, so staying home, doing something around the house, you know, whatever it was, that actually, you know, that extra time came at a cost, and that cost was loss of income. And we'll share with you how that loss of income, you know, and how that time, you can kind of get that back with this great opportunity. So, and then obviously, what would you do with more money? So would you maybe, you know, take some classes in college that you never finished? I know, like me, I never finished my degree. I was about a semester short of my, you know, my degree, or bachelor in science. And, you know, would you maybe give some more money to charity? Because that's very important too. You know, time, obviously you could give more time to charity, but I know, like most of us, like myself, before, I had no money to give to charity. So, and it's very heartfelt to be able to cut that check once a month or a couple times a year to your favorite charity, and something that is close to your heart. So, and you know, do things that you normally wouldn't do. Would you just pick up and leave for the weekend? Say, hey, I'm taking off to Santa Barbara, or wherever your favorite, you know, spot is, wherever you live. And most of us don't have that time freedom to be able to say, hey, you know what, let's take off this weekend, or during the week. You know, now, you know, I'm able to take my kids to Disneyland during the week when no one else is there, and get on all the rides, enjoy, you know, the theme parks without all the crowds, and go to my children's school functions and different things that I wasn't able to do before. Or would you, you know, if you had more money, would you maybe, you know, get an extra car that would be not an everyday driver, that would be something that would sit in your garage that you could work on the weekends, or buy some new clothes? And, you know, every one of us has things that we can do with more money if we had more money. And obviously, most of us, like I did before, you have somebody telling you exactly, you know, kind of dictating your whole life and your daily routine. So is it your boss? You know, is it your bills that are dictating exactly what you're doing? Or maybe your career track. I know my career was, you know, like I said, it was a very negative environment. It was very hard on my mental state. I had been involved in numerous, you know, violent encounters with some pretty bad people, and that wears on you after a while. So most of us in our careers don't have time for anything else except our careers, which is pretty sad. And so why do we do it? Why do we do those things? Why do we get up every single day? Why do we get up when the sun's hasn't come up yet, and then we come home when it's dark? And it's because we were taught to do that. We were taught to go to school, and a lot of us dropped out of school because we either had no money to continue going to school, or we just couldn't do it anymore because of the obligations in our life. So you turn to a job to get a job, and then you find yourself stuck in that job, and then eventually you retire. And sometimes you can't even retire because you don't have enough in your retirement account to be able to support your life and the daily activities that you do out of obligation. So let's take a look at time and money real quick, and I want to focus on this just for a few minutes. And so obviously time and money is very important. So just an illustration here. So person A earns $120,000 a year, okay, and person B earns $100,000 a year. So who earns more money? Now, if we look at it from another standpoint of time and not just the money, the fact is that if we looked at it like this, like person A, so who worked or who earned $120,000 a year, if they work 50 hours a week and person B works 5 hours a week, so if you look at this down here, who actually earns more money? Person A earns a little bit more than person B, but person A is working 50 hours a week, and person B earns $384.62 an hour because he's only working 5 hours a week, which is very powerful. And if we look at it from that standpoint, we have a different outlook on time and money. My personal belief is that time is more important than money. So if you can do something very valuable with your time while making money, that's very powerful and very important. So what is our ultimate goal in life? Some people have a lot of time on their hands, but they have no money and they're unhappy. They don't know what to do with their time, and they're broke. And some people have money but no time. So those, like they say, a doctor has a lot of money, but is he really utilizing his time and his money correctly? Because with a doctor's salary is great, but that also comes with a lot of responsibilities and a lot of time commitment. We all hear and watch these TV shows that doctors, like these reality shows, that doctors are constantly working. And same with like policemen. I was actually making a pretty good income, but I had zero time to spend with my family or even spend the money for that fact. So but I created a lifestyle, and I wasn't educated on debt and different things. So you kind of blow your money too. And so the ultimate goal in life is really to have both, is really to have time and money. And that equates to financial freedom. And most of us would be happy if we had, some extra time to spend with our family or friends or do things we liked, and had the money to be able to not think about the consequences of spending that money to be financially free. So let's talk real quick about 2 keys to financial freedom. First, I want to talk a little bit about leverage. So the first one is called leverage. So if we know how to leverage our time and income, it's very important. So obviously we know that we have 24 hours in a day, and only through leverage can we create more hours. So what does that exactly mean? So obviously if we're working on a car, like I was taught, my father taught me that if you're working on a car and you want to get, let's say for example, you're changing a tire, and there's a reason why the tire irons are really big and long, is because that bolt is on there really tight, and you want to create more leverage by pulling down and pulling on that bar, because the longer it is, the bigger it is, the more momentum you can create, right? So the more momentum you can create to get that and to spin that bolt off the wheel, and that's kind of like in the work world. So if we have a leverage, we can actually create more hours in a day to be able to leverage our time. And the second key to financial freedom is royalty income. And a lot of us, I know I had no clue what royalty income was before I was introduced to this opportunity. And royalty income is something that is earned long after the work is complete. So the initial work is done, and then you keep earning an income based on that initial job that was first completed. And most of the time, the people that benefit from royalty income are like authors. They write books. Every time they get a book sale, they get an income, a residual income from that. And of course, actors and singers. Like an actor, like let's say you were an actor and one of your commercials aired, twice a week for the next, 15 years, you would get a royalty from that commercial airing. So, and it's very, very important to understand royalty incomes and how we actually earn those royalty incomes. So we're going to look at some marketing strategies, and these are our marketing strategies that every business pretty much has. And and every business has a product to take to market. Because if you think about it, no matter what business you're in, whether it's an internet business, whether it's, in the sports industry, something like that, there's a product that you have to present to the marketplace in order for your business to function. So let's look at the different ways and the different strategies that are taken to the marketplace and which one can you actually earn royalty income off of. Okay, so let's get into that right now. So the three marketing strategies is number one is retail. So that's like, Walmart, grocery stores, you go buy something at a gas station, you walk into, wherever it is, your favorite liquor store you go in, anywhere, something like that, Macy's, things like that, that's retail. We all know that. And, out of a retail business, it's not possible to earn royalty incomes because once you sell that item at, $50, that's where the money stops. And what's important to look at there too is, obviously if you have a retail business, you have to be there constantly, or somebody has to be there selling those items and moving those out the door. So, there's no residual income coming in after that fact, and you always have to be there. So what if you get sick? What if, you need to take care of your grandparents or something for a week, and that's where that income stops, because if you're not there or somebody's not there, that income will go away. So number two, direct sales. So we've all heard of these, like selling insurance, maybe Tupperware, candles, Avon, door-to-door sales, or mail order. Those are all things that you can make a profit from. But again, it goes back to the thing where we really think about, if you can't sell insurance anymore, if you can't make those phone calls every day, that income actually stops, and that's not going to create, financial freedom. Now, number three is network marketing. And what's so powerful about network marketing is it actually combines retail and royalty income. And that's huge. I mean, retail, can stop, but the real power is in the royalty income, where you can continue to generate income from a network of people that you've created in the market, and we're able to build an organization. That's what we're going to talk about right now, and that's how you create the royalties, and that's also how you leverage your time. So instead of you doing all the work, let's say if you found two people who wanted to build a network. So obviously you're watching this presentation for a reason. You want a better life for yourself. So let's say you go out and talk to two of your friends who have the same mindset as you. Say, man, I just can't get ahead, I'm working too much. Well, hey, take a look at this business opportunity. I can show you a way that we can all get ahead working together. So if you were just to find two people, and I want to just take a second here and look at the power of just one more person, or the power of two people. So obviously I started out in this business, and I was obviously by myself. My girlfriend and I do this business together, and we love it. And I started out with one person, and as you can see by the little blue people down there, how it starts with one and then it branches off into arrows. So for you to be able to leverage your time and your income, imagine if you were just to share this opportunity with two people and they saw the vision like how I saw the vision. And I was a pretty closed-minded person. At the police department, you're pretty negative. You don't trust anybody, especially the places that I worked were very violent. And I had no trust for anybody or anything in general, and I was very skeptical when I heard this opportunity. But really, I stayed in here with an open mind, and I took a chance, and that's what an entrepreneur is, and starting your business. So if we look at this diagram here, so let's say, you know, obviously you recruit two, obviously you have, you know, 4 people in your organization. And then if you just keep doing it, you know, month after month, you just keep talking to a couple people here and there, they see the vision. And next thing you know, you have 60 people. So instead of, you know, going from you working 24 hours in one day, you now have, you know, a lot more than that, because you're able to, you know, to project and to build that network of people around what you're doing, and it's just it's so powerful. So I just want to go in a little bit about our company. Obviously, that's why we're here today, is I want to introduce you to our company and what we do. So we're in the wellness industry, which is huge. I mean, the wellness industry is $1 billion industry, and it's very important that you have and that you're doing something that there's a need in the marketplace for it. You know, we have a consumable product that's in high need in the marketplace. We've been in business for 36 years. We're licensed in 90 plus countries. And in 2014, the numbers aren't officially in for 2015 yet, but in 2014, we did $7.8 billion in sales. So yes, I said $1 billion. And it's really powerful, you guys, that to be a part of a company that's so big. So our company is Herbalife International. And the reason why I have a few pictures of these gentlemen here is because I want to create something for yourself and in your mind, and just keep an open mind to this, is because if you have good leadership, then your company will excel, and people will follow the good leaders. So, you know, it's really important to point out that we have doctors on our staff, you know, on our board. And, you know, we have Dr. Louis Ignarro, who won a Nobel Prize for his finding in nitric oxide, and that's huge. And we have our former, our CEO and chairman of the board, Michael O. Johnson, who was a former president of Disney. So we were able to steal him from Disney, which is pretty awesome. And, you know, we have Dr. Richard Carmona down at the bottom left-hand side. He was actually the 17th Surgeon General of the U.S. And what's really cool is you know, being a part of Herbalife, you actually get to hear these men speak on stage at different events. And, you know, it really struck me when Dr. Carmona was speaking one time, when I heard him on stage at one of our big events. And he said that if he would have known about Herbalife when he was a Surgeon General, he would have told everybody. So for him to stand up and say that publicly is really powerful, and really, really caught my attention. And then, you know, we have several athletes. You know, here we have Cristiano Ronaldo, who is he is the best soccer player in the world right now, and he's actually helping us develop some more products for athletes, and we're really proud to have him as a part of our team and a part of our company. So let's look at our business model, you guys. So before, we talked about different business models, you know, retail, direct sales, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, our business model is pretty awesome. So we are in the business of helping people. You know, we're people helping people. And, you know, we're entrepreneurs in this business, but you're not by yourself. You know, you have all the support. You have the ability to access people that you probably wouldn't in the corporate world. And being an entrepreneur, you know, we all have something in common, that we want to do great for ourselves and for our families. And, you know, you get some pretty big tax breaks for being a business owner. You know, you get to consume a product along with you being an entrepreneur. So we have a consumable product that is in very high need in the marketplace. And, you know, you can also buy the products wholesale for yourself. And in doing that, in buying them wholesale for yourself, you can turn around and sell it for anywhere from a 25 to 50% profit. And that is huge. And obviously, we all know that profits are better than wages, you know, because a profit, you know, no one's going to tell me that I can't make, you know, $100, $200, $500, $1,000 in a day, and that's a profit. And a wage, you're locked into a certain wage, and you can't, you know, really negotiate in that. I mean, you could, but, you know, your boss probably wouldn't be too happy with you. And also, our business model is you can earn royalties and bonuses. And what we mean by that is, you know, like we said, you know, if you talk to a couple people about this opportunity, and, you know, they see the vision, and they see the importance of helping other people, getting them healthy, and you know, doing this business model and showing them the power that they can spend more time with their family, you can earn royalties, it's huge. I mean, and you can leverage your time and income by building a network of people. So instead of working yourself 40 hours a week, you now have yourself and 50 people working 40 hours a week, and that creates a huge momentum in your business. And you know, like we said with royalties, you know, that money will continue to come in long after, you know, that first, second, third, fourth person has come into your business. So it's really powerful. What it also allows us to do, our business model allows us to earn an income, obviously. And for myself, I was actually able to replace my income as a policeman in just about 2 years. So imagine I worked 13 years at the police department to create this income, which half of my income pretty much stopped after overtime was ended. And then I had to go kill myself doing detailing every day. You know, I was able to replace that plus, you know, my detail business income, which was pretty good, in less than 2 years. I mean, just about the 2-year mark, I was able to do that, which is pretty awesome. So you can work around your own schedule, full-time or part-time. So you can work this in the nooks and crannies of your day if you're working full-time, maybe when you get home on the weekends, and really plug into this opportunity. You're obviously running your own business, and this is a business. I mean, you can do this from home. You can, as you can see, you know, by looking around, by looking in the background where I'm at home, and this is great. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not in an office. I'm not dealing with people I don't want to deal with a boss. I'm at home, and I'm talking to all of you guys, and I appreciate that. And I cherish that every morning when I'm able to get up. I don't have an alarm clock. It's pretty awesome. So, you know, you can also spend more time with friends and family. And what's really cool for me is I went from an industry of helping people to an industry of also helping people just to get more active life. Tons and tons of success stories from people that I've gotten on product and gotten them healthy, and it's pretty cool, including my own family and friends, and I appreciate that. And then, you know, also we have the retail profit. The potential is 25 to 50%, and that's really powerful. So we teach you also how to build a business. And, you know, even though you're working from home, you know, and have this time freedom, you're building a business and a substantial business, and a business that is very powerful. So you build a network of people to help you grow, okay? You know, what's really powerful in our business too is we get mentorship from 6- and 7-figure and even beyond that earners that are in our company. So obviously if someone comes to me and says, hey, I'm making, you know, $700,000 a year, doing this deal, I'm probably going to listen to what they have to say. And it's really cool to be able to be mentored by these type of people and really access them, you know, whenever we want, which in corporate America is pretty hard to do that. I know at the police department, I couldn't access the chief if I wanted to go to him, say, hey man, how you doing? You know, could I pick your brain for a minute? You know, whatever. And you know, that was, you know, close to impossible to do that. And then we also have a 10-step success system that we plug you into right away when you get started. And this is huge because you'll never be alone. You have mentorship, you have a team that can help you. But not only that, we actually plug you into a system, and it's accessible 24 hours a day, that you'll never be sitting there thinking, man, what should I do right now? Which in a lot of entrepreneurial positions, you know, sometimes you're left scratching your head and you don't know exactly how to proceed and what to do. You know, you also have access to upper level training. And, you know, one thing that Herbalife is really big on is personal development. So for us to change, you know, we need to get better ourselves. For things to change in our life, we have to be personally developed. We have to start reading books and doing different things to develop ourselves as people. And not only that, but we teach you how to leverage your business. We teach you how to get the most out of your time, building a network of people to leverage your time and income through royalties. So it's pretty awesome. You know, and some of the training and tools that we have is every single Monday night, our organization gets on a huge call and we have a live webcast training. It's really awesome. We get to hear from other people that are doing great in the business, hear from some of the leaders. And what's cool about this too is you're not just hearing from leaders, you're hearing from brand new members that have just joined the business. You're hearing from people who are just starting their business, which is really cool to be able to hear that. You know, we have a website, like I said, we plug you into a 10-step training system, and it's called toGetStarted.com. It's really powerful. So you'll never know or never be left knowing what to do. You're plugged in right away. And we also have 4 times a year, we have a 5-week Success University. And it's kind of like, you know, a classroom setting where we get on a call and we plug in and we really dissect the business and how to do the business and different training and what's working for everybody. It's pretty cool. We also have quarterly business training. That includes some live workshops that we do, and it's really powerful to be around that, be around other empowered people to keep your motivation high. And then also you get a free personal website along with that. And I know I keep touching on this, but mentorship is huge, because obviously we need somebody that came before us to show us the way and to mentor us and let us know what we're doing wrong and right and keep progressing in our business. And what's really cool too, you guys, is we just launched a new division. Herbalife is always evolving. That's one thing great about Herbalife, and that's why I think they've done so well in the industry, being the number one health and wellness company in the world right now. They've launched a new division, and it's called our 3-day trial pack. So what our 3-day trial pack is you get 6 meal replacement shakes, 6 tablets to stimulate metabolism, and and it really helps with alertness and speeding up your metabolism. It's like a natural thermogenic, and we have videos that you can watch on that also that presents the 3-day trial pack to you. And it's really powerful, because what this has done is this has revolutionized our industry, because people can come in. It's called a 3-day trial pack because it's just a trial. It's a sample pack that people can sample for a very minimal cost without jumping into a big commitment. And it's just changed the outlook on the company, the way people are functioning now. And people who really haven't done a lot of business before have now been able to plug into our 10-step success system with this 3-day trial pack and have huge success. So, what are our 4 action steps that we need to do right now? If you're interested in this, if you've really been able to see the vision and how powerful this company is, number 1, we need to get started. Obviously order your own product, use the product, get on a 3-day trial pack, and then continue to use the product from there. And I can guarantee you'll feel great, and you'll want to share it with other people. Utilize our trainings and the tools that we have, plug into our system, which is there. It's free for you to access 24 hours a day after you become a member. And like I said, you'll want to share these products with people. And when I first came into the business, I got great results in the products. I consumed the products right away, lost 4% body fat. My girlfriend and I, Susie, were big runners, and I thought I was in great shape. Well, when I joined the company, and I couldn't believe I was even in better shape once I started consuming the products and how awesome these products are. So what you're looking for and what we're looking for is, I'm not looking for people who want to sell. I'm not looking for people who want to make a quick buck. I'm not looking for somebody who, is just in the sales mindset, because that's not who I am. I mean, obviously I was a policeman. I don't really look like the salesperson type. I want people who want to own their life. I want people like you who are on this call, who are interested in working from home, who want to create a lifestyle for yourself that is very powerful, and you can do with your time what you want while working this business. And those are the kind of people that I want to bring into my organization. So the question is are you ready to own your life? Are you ready to start creating that financial freedom? Are you ready to start leveraging your time and income? And are you ready to be a part of something that's bigger than you and I? And I love this quote from Zig Ziglar. That's why I put it on here. And it says, you can have everything in life you want if you would just help enough other people get what they want. And that's really powerful. And I truly believe that. So you guys, are you ready to leverage your income? By building a network of people, leveraging your time, bringing a valuable product that is in really high need into the marketplace. And Herbalife has done so well is because 60% of the population is either obese or overweight. And honestly, who do you know that wants to get in better shape or lose some weight? I know pretty much everybody that I know, including myself, want to lose some weight or keep getting into that better shape and that better position in life for health, because we want to avoid those potential dangers, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and all that. And really, you guys, we're in business for ourselves. Are you ready to get in business for yourself, but not by yourself? We're here to support. You have us as your family, because once you come into this business, you are part of the family, which is pretty awesome. And then, our cost of getting into this business is actually really low compared to you've been able to create time and freedom in your life. And it's going to take some work, some hard work, but it's all worth it in the end that you'll be able to do that. So in closing here, you guys, thank you for being on. Thank you for being on till the last part. So these are basically our 3 options that you have to get started. So option A is our basic kit, which is $95, which includes our business pack and our 3-day trial. Option B is our starter kit, which is $210. And what that includes is our business pack, which you get some samples and you get a really cool bag and some things, some marketing material. And you also get your 10-pack of trial packs to get right out in the marketplace right away and start generating income. And option C would be our business builder kit, and that's only $380. And that's huge, because what you do is you end up getting your business pack, your starter kit, which is your 10-pack of trials, and your own Lean and Fit program, is like what I showed you earlier. And the ability for you to get on the products right away and to start generating income immediately, for you to be able to plug into your website and to the trainings that we offer and the system. So if you're interested in any of these, please text me, and you can just simply text me option A, B, C, and we'll get back to you and we'll get you started. So thank you very much. I'm gonna just stop sharing my screen real quick so everybody can see me. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being on the call. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully you got value from this presentation and this webinar. Please share it with your friends. You can actually share the link with other people that you want to share this with, that are like-minded, like yourself, who want to change their life and leverage their financial situation and leverage their time to be able to create financial freedom. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.